front, don't pick. Nigga, I don't want your bitch. Pull up in an old 96. Big body, no 4 Shit with the lift up kid.
Did any of you niggas who watch anime up in here go see the Dragon Ball movie? What is that? Bro! Whoa! Nah, genetics getting banned. I ain't getting banned for that shit. They ain't show no yitties. All I saw was legs, boy. I'm reporting that channel if I get banned.
Was basically introduced. We started to see this new Baldy character come in with incredible feats.
Saitama.
And so fans have been questioning for the past 5 years or so, would Saitama beat Goku? Arguments have been mixed from both sides, as power scalers use math and feats to try to figure out if Saitama is capable of beating Goku. After all we had really seen from Saitama was him jumping from the moon down to Earth, cracking the moon's crust, and parting the entire clouds of the planet with a serious punch. Meanwhile, early characters in Dragon Ball Z were already nuking planets. So it didn't seem like in terms of raw power, Saitama really had any chance to go up against Goku, but with the most recent chapters of One Punch Man, as we saw Saitama fight against God Garo in space, we saw Saitama's power grow exponentially.
Did all y'all watch One Punch Man? I haven't watched One Punch Man, bro.
To the point where only a sneeze of his blew off the entire crust of Jupiter, which is 1,300 times the size of Earth. A single sneeze blowing up about 1,300 Earths. And this was due to his insane power scaling growth in his battle with God Garo. He reached a level that nobody had ever seen before. And for comparison, we saw that a single sneeze from Beerus also destroyed a planet. Does that mean that Saitama is on Beerus's level? Maybe so, maybe not. We still haven't truly seen Saitama's full power and capabilities, as he's never gone up against an opponent that actually poses a threat to him.
Is there blood in One Punch Man? I need to know. Is there blood in One Punch Man? Like, is there actual like blood? I'm not gonna watch One Punch Man, to be honest. No, the only anime I watched were DBZ, Assassination Classroom, and Death Note. Not in the anime, I don't remember. Fuck!
Garo being the closest thing to that we've ever gotten. And One Punch Man's artist, Yusuke Murata, was kind enough to give us a power scaling graph in the One Punch Man manga during this battle. And it showed us that if Saitama fought any opponent stronger than him or equal, Saitama has this absolutely absurd growth potential where his power continues to scale exponentially. So, like many fan animators, including myself, as we've created fan animations of Saitama vs. Goku, we see that Saitama pretty much starts off fighting Goku. Goku goes through his forms, getting a slight advantage each time, but as Saitama unlocks more of his power, it forces Goku to go through higher and higher levels of his forms. And I would say that this is extremely accurate. We're going to go through all of the proof, facts, and information to decide who is the victor and why, coming up right after this.
Every time I see Goku, he just puts a smile on my face. Am I gay? Am I gay?
Today's sponsor is
Bro, what the fuck is wrong with me? I'm honestly out of it, bro. I'm out of it, bro. I ain't got no more brain cells to go. Bro, get this Raid Shadow Legends fucking... Bro, ain't nobody trying to hear all that bullshit, man.
Saitama is invincible.
Unless it's for me.
Ability to just nuke Saitama in one blast before Saitama has the ability to grow any stronger. Well, quite simply, Saitama is invincible. And even further, Goku would never do that. We have to take into account Goku's personality, and he always starts off slow, warming up before going into his highest level. He loves the thrill of slowly progressing fights, and thus he's going to play directly into Saitama's trap. He's going to slowly progress through forms, allowing Saitama to exceed him exponentially in power, forcing Goku to jump ahead once again by transforming to his next highest state, to which Saitama would simply outgrow that one again.
What form do you think Goku would need to go to beat your ass? I'm not gonna lie, that nigga would need to come up with a new form, or he would literally have to fully master Ultra Instinct, my nigga. Honestly, I'm gonna have to be real with y'all, bro. I feel like most of y'all would get knocked out by base form, no cap.
Goku would eventually run out of forms and Saitama's power would grow far beyond Goku. We've never seen him in the history of One Punch Man take a single point of damage. It was questionable in the battle with Garo, as we got panels of Saitama appearing to spit out blood, but as we saw in later chapters, he had taken 0 damage. God Garo, a character who could use all of the powers of the universe, including supernova power with his gamma ray burst attack, who also copied Saitama's serious mode, still could not inflict a single point of damage on Saitama, even with his most powerful attacks.
Saitama kind of scary though,
because if we were basing the battle of Goku versus Saitama on his season 1 power scaling, it would perhaps be a stalemate where Goku simply couldn't hurt Saitama and Saitama simply couldn't hurt Goku. But with these recent chapters and the power scaling graph that Murata provided, we can see that no matter who Saitama faces, no matter how omnipotent of a being it is, Saitama's power will grow so exponentially that eventually he will start to one-shot that person. So before we get into any of the other evidence, proof, and techniques, at its simplest form, eventually Saitama would outgrow Goku. But there's even more than that. We also saw that Saitama was able to learn time
I don't like the way he says his name either.
Rare scenario
Saitama's fucking
that it was
annoying.
somehow possible that Saitama could not beat Ultra Instinct Goku, he could travel back in time and just simply wipe out Child Goku with ease. And you might be asking yourself, couldn't Goku just grab onto Saitama, instant transmission him out somewhere in space, and then transport back to Earth, leaving Saitama to die out in the cold of space? Well, for one, Saitama doesn't need to breathe. As we saw from not only the moon of Earth, but also the moon of Jupiter, Saitama doesn't need air. He does not need to breathe.
Saitama is fucking OP,
huh? In the atmosphere, Saiyans seemingly having a ability to fight in the atmosphere without much detriment to their overall stamina, but not in the cold of space. Saitama can just simply serious fart his way back to Earth. There was even an
Goku almost died fighting in space, but he could fight in space whenever he turned Super Saiyan God. Like, but before that, whenever he was like on his way to Namek to fight Frieza, bro, he couldn't like fly through space. He was gonna die, bro. But somehow, I guess, I don't remember what they said, but whenever he turned God, he could literally just breathe in space, bro.
An interview where Murata was asked what would have happened if Boros kicked Saitama into the moon, but there was no moon there. Would he have just flown out into space and simply died? To which Murata replied, oh, I bet he would have just serious farted his way back. And that's exactly what happened as Garo tried to leave Saitama out in the cold of space. He farted his way back to Earth, following Garo through his hyperspace gate. But even more than that, Saitama simply could have braced himself on any planet and just jumped back to Earth. Now, what about Goku's martial arts? We know that Saitama doesn't really have much martial arts technique as it is, Garo even mentioning that in their battle and slightly taking advantage of the fight for a brief moment by simply outmaneuvering Saitama. This would only give Goku a brief advantage as Saitama's power scaling is exponential and infinite. Eventually, Saitama would get too strong and fast that Goku's martial arts would become completely inconsequential. He would no longer be able to dodge or deflect Saitama's punches, and Saitama's punches would start just completely shattering Goku's guard. Even further than that, we've seen that Saitama can copy other people's techniques, potentially even being able to copy Ultra Instinct. He simply looked at Garo.
That nigga, bro, imagine Saitama with Ultra Instinct, bro. That shit, that nigga would be shitting nigga bricks, bro, on people that I aren't even heard of yet. That nigga would punch his way into the future, right? And he would probably kill like baby Hitler, baby you niggas, baby me, nigga. I don't even know, bro. I feel like Saitama would literally just go abolish slavery and then bring the shit back to abolish it again. That nigga Saitama would go stupid if he was Ultra Instinct.
Techniques, potentially even being able to copy Ultra Instinct. He simply looked at Garo's ultimate martial arts, which wasn't even perfected with the power of God, and was able to copy it, giving him time travel. Saitama does not obey the laws of physics or reality. We've even seen him punch his way into another dimension. So if Goku is trying to escape into the Room of Spirit and Time, or heaven, or hell, or some other alternate Dragon Ball dimension, potentially Saitama could just punch his way into it and chase Goku down. Quite a scary thought. And let's not forget Saitama's durability. He was able to withstand the strongest explosion in the entire universe, and he also did not feel the effects of cosmic radiation around him. He is literally invincible, and meanwhile Goku has pretty low durability. Goku would start the fight in his base form, and he he would take one singular punch to the face from Saitama and it would completely wreck his world. And Goku would let him do it too just to gauge his power. We've seen Goku say that before in the anime. Additionally, we know that Goku, if his guard is down, can take critical damage from just a low-level attack. If he wasn't expecting Saitama to appear, Saitama simply could just punch through Goku's chest. Now, what about Goku's ultimate technique, the Genki Dama? Well, Saitama's a good guy. The Genki Dama does more damage the more evil you are, and it doesn't matter how big that Genki Dama is, it's simply not going to hurt Saitama. He's invincible, and he's limitless. Goku has low durability and a limited amount of power. Even if Goku brought a bag of 1,000 Senzu beans and continually ate them during the fight, achieving new forms throughout, eventually he would run out of Senzu beans. Well, Saitama doesn't need Senzus, doesn't need stamina, and just continually forever grows stronger and stronger.
Bro,
and he doesn't even grow stronger
OP.
at a Dragon Ball level scale. He grows exponentially stronger. Which means that even if during this battle Goku achieved a new form beyond Ultra Instinct, it simply wouldn't match up with Saitama's growth potential. And I think that's the biggest argument in favor of Saitama. Up until the most recent chapters, we didn't really know that Saitama had this insane growth potential, but now that we do, now that we've seen the power scaling chart and his limitlessness, it's very clear that there's no way Goku could beat him. It may have been questionable before, it may have been a stalemate before, but with the most recent information, Saitama wins. And pretty easily. Now there's one more thing I want to mention, and that's the clash of two serious punches wiping out a void of space. And if we compare that to Goku clashing with Beerus and potentially destroying the entire universe, it doesn't really seem that equal yet. It might seem in this case that Goku's power in his highest form is multi-universal level, where Saitama definitely he can't even cross into other universes that we don't think. And I don't think there's any argument there that if Goku in his current state of Dragon Ball Super in the manga fights against Saitama, in the beginning he will be way stronger than Saitama. But including this growth potential, this limitless ability to grow stronger than your opponents and skyrocket far beyond them, the only other situation that could really happen is mutually assured destruction. To sum it up, Saitama's invincible and he has infinite growth potential. Eventually Goku would just run out of stamina, Saitama would be way too stronger than him, and Goku would lose. Either that or they just clash and destroy the entire universe. I'm Master, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Looking forward to your angry comment, and I'll see you guys on the next one.
Bro, I fucking hate Saitama now. I don't think I want to watch One Piece.